Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome, dear devotees. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam second canto, starting from chapter number 1. The title of the chapter, The First Step in God Realization. This chapter begins with the invocation mantra. Prabhupada explains, we have been reciting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We have been reciting before every sessions of the whole of first canto. But in this one, Srila Prabhupada explains the meaning of this invocation mantra. What does it mean? What benefit we have? Why is it important to recite this mantra? Srila Prabhupada explains very nicely. So, if you have the physical book, you can see in the first page, or as when the chapter 1 begins, he's mentioning about translation as well of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om, he's doing the translation word by word as well. Om means Lord, oh my Lord. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the omkara. So Om means, oh Supreme Lord, oh Lord, all pervading personality of Godhead. Om Namo. Namo means we know. No, we bow down. That means Namo. We offer our obeisances, humble obeisances, respectful obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate. Bhagavate means, this is the form of addressing Bhagwan, Bhagavate. Just like we say, Hey Gange, when people are praying the Ganga prayers, the river Ganga, they say, Hey Gange. They are addressing the Ganga Mata. So Gange. Or for example, Mata. Their mother is called Mata, but when they are, if you have seen Mahabharata, they say, Hey Mate. So that is the form of Sanskrit addressing someone. Hey Mate, hey Gange, Om Namo Bhagavate. To address Bhagwan, they say Bhagavate. So Om means, Oh Lord. Namo means I offer my respectful obeisances. Bhagavate, that means, Oh Bhagavan. Bhagavan means the supreme personality of Godhead. And Vasudevaya, who is that? Who is that Bhagavan? So it's mentioning here the one who is the son of Vasudev. So that's why he's mentioning Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I offer my respectful obeisances to the Lord, who is the son of Vasudev. Very nicely, Prabhupada explains in the purport as well about the meaning of this verse, benefit of reciting this mantra. Prabhupada writes, by the chanting of this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Prabhupada writes, by chanting of this mantra, the author or the speaker or anyone, all the readers of Srimad Bhagavatam is offering respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. And what happens by chanting this mantra? What is happening? One achieves all the good results of charity, austerity and penances. लोगों ने जो भी दान, dakshina, we do donations, charity, all the benefit received from the charity, one gets the benefit by just chanting this mantra. All the results of tapasya, austerity, people do. One receives tapasya karna, austerity, penances, charity. One is doing all this, and the benefit they're receiving, a person gets just by reciting this mantra. And that's why beginning of every session, Bhagavatam speaker, he recites Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It is also said this mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is the maha mantra of Satya Yuga. Just say, for example, Kali Yuga, the maha mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the maha mantra for this day and age. But for our previous age, Satya Yuga, this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva is the maha mantra. So Prabhupada explains all this very beautifully, and that's why we recite. So we get all the benefit. We offer our respectful obeisances to Lord Shri Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All right, let's begin with 2.1.1. Aruna Mataji and Shul Prabhu, one of you can recite Sanskrit and then translation.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dharma pranams to all. Shri Suka Vacha Variyanesha वरीयानेश ते प्रश्नः कृतो लोकाहितं नृपा आत्मावित् सम्मतः पुंसां श्रोता व्यादिषु या परा.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, your question is glorious because it is very beneficial to all kinds of people. The answer to this question is the prime subject matter for hearing, and it is approved by all transcendentalists."
Thank you. So here, Sri Suka Uvacha, Sukadeva Goswami said. Who is the speaker now? Sukadeva Goswami. We know the situation where Canto 1 ended with Parikshit Maharaj's question. When Sukadeva Goswami appeared, 16-year-old boy, he was given elevated seat with glorification, and he said Parikshit Maharaj asked him questions. Mainly 4 questions were there. Canto 1 begins with 6 questions by sages of the Naimisharanya. We will recap in our Naimisharanya day. Canto 1 begins with the 6 questions by the sages of Naimisharanya. Canto 1 ends with the 4 questions by Parikshit Maharaj. Mainly, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? Then what is the duty of especially the person who is about to die? Third question, what one should hear, chant, remember, and worship, and what one should not do. That's the 4 questions Parikshit Maharaj asked at the end of the Canto 1. And then Sukadeva Goswami is starting speaking here. Now, Sukadeva Goswami is the speaker. Very important to understand. In this particular situation, Sukadeva Goswami is the 16-year-old boy sitting bluish color on the Vyasasan, and all the sages, everyone who have assembled at the bank of river Ganges, they are listening. Parikshit Maharaj is asking and Sukadeva Goswami is listening. But in a eternal pure form, Sukadeva Goswami, Suka Uvacha. Who is Suka? Who knows?
Parrot, parrot को बोलते हैं ना श्लोका.
Yes, Suka is a parrot of Srimati Radharani.
Radharani.
So when this Lord Krishna, Radharani, and they were all performing the pastime, Suka was in this world as well, messenger. All the messages what Radharani wants to give to Krishna, Suka was transformed, transferring all the messages. When Lord Shri Krishna finished the pastime in this earth, and all the devotees, everyone goes back to the spiritual world. Suka, this devotee or soul in an eternal Swarupa, stays here. And then the whole purpose is you have to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna says, you stay here because you have to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. Everyone else go. So here it's 16-year-old boy is Suka, but in spiritual world, in his eternal form, is a parrot of Srimati Radharani. So he's the best person. What is Bhagavatam? To recite about the glories, activities, pastimes of the Lord. So who can be the better person to who knows about glorifying the activities, pastimes, leelas of the Lord and his devotees? That's Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So Suka Uvacha. What is Suka is saying? The first thing he is doing is Varyan esha te prashna krito lokahitam nirpa. Varyan esha te prashna. So instead of just answering the question of Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami first glorifies the question. Varyan esha te prashna. Varyan, glorious. Your question is so glorious. Why it is so glorious? Varyan esha te prashna. The question you asked is very glorious. Why? Because Kruta Lokahitam Nripa. It is beneficial for all the people. It's not self-centered question. We saw that it is beneficial for all the people, for everyone. And that's why Varyanesha Te Prashna, the question you asked, is very glorious because it is beneficial for all the people. We see in our Bhakti Vriksha or in our gathering as well, sometimes in the temple class, someone is asking the question from the audience. Prabhuji, can you please explain this? And the speaker will say, good question. Very nice question. Thank you so much for asking. And then they will start responding. So glorifying the question is also a big thing because it's a good question. So here Sukadeva Goswami is glorifying the question. Srila Prabhupada, when his lectures are there in New York, he has given many. The recording on the YouTube is also Canto 2, Canto 2, and starting from first chapter, so many recordings are available. When he gave a talk on this, he said he was mentioning that when people take birth, जनरली जब कोई बच्चा पैदा होता है दे ओनली थिंक ऑफ देमसेल्व्स. अपने को भूख लगी है, दूध पीना है, अनकंफर्टेबल होता है तो रोता है. ए स्मॉल चाइल्ड डजंट थिंक ऑफ एनीवन एल्स, ओनली सेल्फ सेंटर्ड, थिंकिंग अबाउट हिमसेल्फ. व्हेन ए चाइल्ड ग्रोज लिटिल बिट, 4-5 साल का हो गया, इफ देयर आर सम सिबलिंग्स, द चाइल्ड थिंक्स ऑफ द ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर. So the beginning is self-centered. मुझे भूख लगती है, मुझे uncomfortable है. Then little bit bigger, 4 or 5 years, if their sibling is there, the consciousness, the taking care mentality expands to from self to brothers and sisters. आपने देखा होगा 5 साल की कोई बेटी है और 3 साल का बेटा है तो the elder sister will be taking care of the child. उसका ध्यान रखे. Little bit awareness is there. So then the soul takes care of the brother and sister. थोड़े बड़े होंगे तो फैमिली का ध्यान रखते हैं, उसके बाद कम्युनिटी का ध्यान रखते हैं. देन द पर्सन ग्रोज एज एन एडल्ट एंड वर्किंग, एंड देन दे समटाइम्स पीपल सोसाइटी, कम्युनिटी, एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली. समटाइम्स पीपल लुक आफ्टर, देशभक्त होते हैं पूरे कंट्री का. some people are planet bhakta, they take care of global warming and all other things. Or some people are, or some, if a woman is there, they want to take care of women of the whole world. So women's empower movement, women's liberation movement, or men's ka, they try to different way. They are expanding that बेनिफिशियरी कि मेरे से पहले फायदा होता था, सिर्फ मेरा सोचता था, मेरे भाई का, मेरे मम्मी पापा का, मेरे फैमिली का, रिलेटिव्स का, एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, सोसाइटी, कम्युनिटी, कंट्री, ग्लोबल और ऑल द सिविलाइजेशन. बट here Prabhupada mentions in this lecture that Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary of everyone. And asking questions about Krishna is the ultimate welfare work. To become Krishna consciousness, to ask question about Krishna consciousness is the ultimate beneficiary work. Why? Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Bija Pradam Pita, I am the Supreme Father of all the jivas, not only humans, not only women, not only family or society or country, but I am the seed giving father of all the living entities. I am the supreme creator of everything, humans, birds, insect, animal, trees, planet, everything Krishna is. So when someone connects with Krishna, when someone have knowledge of Krishna and discusses about Krishna, that is the ultimate welfare work. So that's why it is said, Varyaneshate Prashna. Your question is very glorious because it is related to Krishna and it is beneficial for everyone. So we have to understand from this that when one is trying to be Krishna consciousness, that is the biggest welfare work for the whole world, or biggest welfare work when someone is trying to be Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada says in that lecture that this Hare Krishna movement, ISKCON movement, is the topmost welfare work. बाकी सब थोड़ा थोड़ा है, कम्युनिटी का है, सोसाइटी का है, पर्सनल है, और फॉर सम पर्टिकुलर. बट हरे कृष्णा society is the welfare for the whole world and everyone and everything. This is the quality of sages. जो संत लोग होते हैं, महात्मा लोग होते हैं, they are not self-centered. They don't think only of themselves. They think of benefit for others. वो दूसरों का भला के लिए सोचते हैं, पूछते हैं, कार्य करते हैं. They think about it. This is the quality of a sages. They think of others. They want benefit of others, welfare of others. And that's why we learn from Srila Prabhupada that always we are dedicating life for others. And devotees, I tell you, this is the secret. Everyone has some other problems in the life, but the secret to solve the problem is we start thinking of benefit of others. If we go out and give ourselves to others, give Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita or Krishna to others, that solves our problem. हम देखते हैं भक्ति वृक्षा मेंबर्स, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कृष्णा प्रभु इज हियर, स्नेहा माता जी और निर्विन प्रभु, अरुणा माता जी आर हियर. दोज हु आर डूइंग दिस भक्ति वृक्षा वर्क, अपने लाइफ में तो प्रॉब्लम होता है, वी हैव आवर ओन चैलेंजेस, आवर ओन, बट व्हेन वी गो आउट एंड ट्राई टू गिव कृष्णा टू अदर्स, अपने प्रॉब्लम को सोचने के लिए, अपने प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए अपने पास टाइम ही नहीं होता. वी आर सो मच, पीपल विल कम and people will tell about their problems and we help others. And this is the way when someone, the sages, same thing, sages will not focus on self-centeredness, they will focus on helping others. आप देखते हो ना महाराज, so many Prabhupada disciples in this old age are traveling. They themselves might have so many health situation. After 80 years, health is so much challenging, but they go out and help others. फॉर देयर ओन, उनका प्रॉब्लम ऐसे ही सॉल्व हो जाता है. बिकॉज क्यों सॉल्व हो जाता है? बिकॉज टाइम ही नहीं होता अपने पास उसके लिए सोचने का, उसका सॉल्व करने का. अदरवाइज द होल लाइफ गोज इन सॉल्विंग आवर ओन प्रॉब्लम्स. बट व्हेन वी गो आउट एंड गिव कृष्णा टू अदर्स, this is the secret we all will experience when we start giving Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita to others. So very few important lines Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport. I was trying to pick few lines, but then let's read. I picked many of them from the purport. Prabhupada writes, the activities of Krishna are non-different from Krishna. Here the question is related to the activities of Lord Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj jo पूछते हैं. So Prabhupada is writing, the activities of Krishna are non-different from Krishna. भगवान और भगवान की लीला में कोई अंतर नहीं है. As long as one is engaged in hearing such transcendental activities of Krishna, he remains aloof from the conditional life of material existence. जब तक, बिकॉज भगवान और भगवान की लीला में कोई अंतर नहीं है, जब तक कोई भक्त ये भगवान की लीलाओं को सुनने में लगा है, he is aloof from this material world, material conditioned life. वो उससे परे है, उससे ऊपर आ जाता है, बिकॉज भगवान की लीला दिव्य है और वो सुनने में लगा है. He is aloof from all the conditioning life of this material world. This is for all of us. We join every morning, we hear pastimes of the Lord. This is for all of us. As long as we are hearing transcendental pastimes, we are aloof. Then Prabhupada writes, the topics of Lord Krishna are so auspicious that they purify the speaker, the hearer, the inquirer. सबके लिए, जो बोलता है, जो सुनता है, जो इंक्वायरी करता है, everyone who participates in the discussion of the topic of Lord Shri Krishna, because it's so auspicious, it purifies everyone. Then Prabhupada writes, they are compared to the Ganges water which flows from the toe of the Lord Shri Krishna. Wherever Ganga water flow, they purify the land, and the person who baths in them, they are also purified. Similarly, Krishna Katha or the topic of Krishna are so pure that wherever they are spoken, the place, the hearer, the inquirer, the speaker, all the concerned people, everyone becomes purified. कितना अच्छा है, देखो हमारे लिए डायरेक्ट मैसेज प्रभुपाद इज गिविंग इन द पर्पट. Whoever is there, whoever is speaking, hearing, the place where it's spoken, the person who inquires, everyone becomes purified. Just like Ganga water जहां भी जाता है सबको प्यूरिफाई करता है, प्लेस को प्यूरिफाई करता है, लोगों को प्यूरिफाई करता है. In the same way, the topics of Krishna Katha, the message of Krishna, wherever it goes, it purifies everyone, every place, every speaker, hearing, everyone he is purified. So beautiful. And that's why when someone is hearing the topics of Krishna, भगवान की लीलाओं के बारे में जो सुनता है, वो material conditioning से परे हो जाता है. Thank you so much. With the interest of time, let's go on text number 2. Radhika Mataji, you can do Sanskrit and you can choose someone for English translation.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all. Maybe Subhashri Mataji, if you have the book, you can read the translation. श्रोतव्यादिनि राजेन्द्र नृणां शन्ति सहस्रशा अपश्यताम् आत्मा तत्त्वं गृहेषु गृहमेधिनाम्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society, O Emperor. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So here, those persons who are materially engrossed. Previous verse क्या हुआ? देखो, आत्मविद सम्मता पुंसम. The third line, we did varyaneshate prashna, कृतो लोकहितम, वो सबके beneficial है. But the third line, आत्मविद सम्मता पुंसम. ऐसा नहीं है कि परीक्षित महाराज ने पूछा, सुखदेव गोस्वामी ने आंसर दिया, that you asked a great question, you are a great, I am great. ऐसा नहीं है. This is आत्मविद सम्मता पुंसम. All the, what is Prabhupada's translation? This is approved by all transcendental. जो आत्मा को जानता है, जो आत्मा के बारे में ज्ञानी लोग हैं. This question that which is related to Lord Sri Krishna, and to discuss that it is beneficial for everyone, that is approved for all transcendentalists. सब ज्ञानी को आत्मा का ज्ञान जाने के लिए. Now, क्या होता है दूसरे में? अपश्यतन आत्मता तत्व, थर्ड लाइन ऑफ द सेकंड वर्स. अपश्यतन, जो आत्म तत्व नहीं है, जो लोग आत्म तत्व के बारे में जानते नहीं है, वो लोग क्या करते हैं? जो जानते हैं वो भगवान की लीलाओं के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं, वो बिकॉज दैट इज मोस्ट बेनिफिशियल. अपश्यतान आत्म तत्व, जो लोग नहीं जानते वो लोग क्या करते हैं? So that's the translation comes. Those persons who are materially engrossed, those who are not Atma Tattva, being blind to the knowledge of this ultimate truth, have many subject matters to hear in this human society. Oh, Emperor. So you see the connection between first and second. Those who know, they discuss about topics of Lord. Those who don't know, Shrota Vyadini Rajendra, Niram Shanti Sahasrasha, Apashyatanatma, they are materially engrossed and they are blind to the ultimate truth. भौतिकता में पूरे फंसे पड़े हैं और उसको आत्मा के बारे में ज्ञान नहीं है. And they have many other subject matters to hearing. So that is what is being mentioned in this words. So Prabhupada, see last line, Griheshu Grihamedinam. गृहेशु गृह मेदीनम. गृह मेदी मतलब जो फंसे पड़े हैं फैमिली लाइफ में, गृह मेदी. प्रभुपाद क्या करते हैं? ही पिक्स द वर्ड गृह मेदी और पूरा परपट उसके ऊपर लिख देते हैं. देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ पीपल. इफ यू सी द संस्कृत गृह मेदी, प्रभुपाद पिक्स द वर्ड, देन प्रभुपाद राइट्स देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ हाउस होल्डर्स. वन इज गृहस्था, सेकंड इज गृह मेदी. गृहस्थ आश्रम, वी ऑल नो. गृहस्थ like a householder life, ashram, they stay. Grihastha people are the one who live with family, wife, children, सब साथ में रहते हैं, घर में रहते हैं, but they live life in such a way to understand the ultimate truth. Bhakti is the ultimate goal for them. But Grihmedi are the one who lives in their house with the family and child. जैसे गृहस्था वाले रहते हैं ऐसे ही गृहमेदी रहते हैं, but the goal of life is different. For a grihastha ashram people, the goal of life is spirituality. Bhakti में आगे बढ़ते हैं. गृहमेदी होते हैं वो, they are envious of others because they are always thinking of their own sense gratification. मेरा ध्यान रखूंगा, मेरी वाइफ का, मेरे बच्चों का, मेरे फैमिली का, उसका ध्यान रखना है, उसको अच्छा सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन हो जाए, उनका अच्छे से ध्यान रखना है. They are only concerned about them and they are not concerned about others, and that's why they are envious of others. So especially in Kali Yuga, what is happening is people do not hear Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam ऐसे आत्मा के बारे में ज्ञान वो नहीं सुनते. And what do they hear? People who are engrossed materially, what do they hear? Political news, social news, economical news. And because of that, they are very self-centered and they are jealous. They are misguided by the other news. And they are always jealous of other family or other householders. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, factually, the human life is meant for making an ultimate solution to birth, death, old age and disease. सब लोग ये दुनिया में बर्थ, डेथ, ओल्ड एज एंड डिसीज, जन्म, मृत्यु, जरा, व्याधि में फंसे पड़े हैं. बट गृह मेदी को वो पता नहीं है. गृहस्थ आश्रम वाले को भक्ति में आगे बढ़ने के लिए ये दे टेक steps to progress in that direction. But Griha Medi, they are illusioned by this material nature. They don't know. They forget everything about self-realization. Bhakti के बारे में वो सब भूल जाते हैं. वो try भी नहीं करते. But factually the human life is meant for this. Janma, mrityu, birth, death, repeated birth and death, old age आएगा, disease आएगा. No one can avoid, and the life is meant for them. Everything else is temporary. And that's why you see when Arjuna was confused, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, the first thing Krishna answers is knowledge about the soul in Bhagavad Gita. Here also we see Prabhupada is mentioning that human life is meant to understand the soul. And that's when Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi problem will be solved. Because बाकी सारे problem तो solve करने का temporary है. Temporary ये solve हो जाएगा. Financial होगा, health का issue होगा. That is all temporary. But ultimate aim is to solve this Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. That means to come out of this birth and death issue. And that is the ultimate aim. And that's why bhakti. And so Prabhupada is highlighting here the difference between Griha Medi and Grihastha. Two different words. Let's do one more. Not many minutes left. Text number 3. Krishna Prabhu, you want to do Sanskrit and you can choose someone to do English translation.
Hare Krishna. Ketan Prabhu, would you like to do English? I'll do the first. Nidraya riyate naktam vyavayena chavavaya divacharte haya rajan kutumba bharane nava. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The lifetime of such an envious householder is passed at night either in a sleeping or in a sex indulgence, and in the daytime either is making money or maintaining family members. Hare Krishna.
So this continues. Those previous verse में जो materially engrossed people है वो लोग क्या करते हैं? The lifetime of those people, envious people, householder is envious होते हैं, passed that night in either sleeping or sex indulgence, and in the daytime earning money or spending money, maintaining family members. पूरा life उसमें निकल जाता है. So सुखदेव गोस्वामी जो परीक्षित महाराज का कैंटो 1 में लास्ट क्वेश्चन था, what one should chant, hear, worship or remember, and what one should not do. The last question Parikshit Maharaj ka tha, wo Sukadeva Goswami is beginning to answer by what one should not do. One should not live like this, materially engrossed. One should not spend their night in either sleeping or sex indulgence only, or one should not spend the day only for making money or maintaining family members. So Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami is asking what one should not do. Present civilization, आजकल क्या होता है? What people are doing? Same. You see, modern civilization, it is mentioned here. Either sleeping or having sex at night, or earning money or spending money on family. या तो मेहनत करके पैसा कमाएंगे या मेहनत करके पैसा खर्च करेंगे फैमिली के ऊपर या खुद के ऊपर. They either earn money or spend money during the day. This is condemned by Srimad Bhagavatam. This is not approved by Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning here, this is, one should not do this. Why one should not do? Prabhupada explains why ये ऐसा क्यों नहीं करना चाहिए, इसमें गलत क्या है? Because human life or human body is a combination of matter and spirit, body and soul, matter and spirit, and the whole aim, the purpose of this human form of life, हमको जो मनुष्य जन्म मिला है उसका purpose क्या है? To liberate the soul from this matter. जो आत्मा है उसको ये शरीर से मुक्ति देना है and go back to the spiritual world in the loving service of Krishna. That is the whole aim of getting the human form of life. So the person who is spending either sleeping or having sense gratification or earning money, उसमें ही जो busy रहेगा तो ultimate aim को कैसे प्राप्त करेगा मनुष्य? And that's why it is not condemned by Srimad Bhagavatam, because it's not taking the person closer to the ultimate aim of life. So here we see, and आजकल देखो अब क्या होता है, लोग, Prabhupada used to say, people are so much interested in talking about dog, they don't have time to talk about God. डॉग के बारे में आप देखना, काम पे जाओगे, इवन वर्क कलीग्स आर टॉकिंग, दे टॉक सो मच अबाउट डॉग. डॉग के लिए क्या क्या करते हैं, लेकिन गॉड के लिए किसी के पास टाइम नहीं है. डिस्कशन कृष्णा कथा के लिए टाइम नहीं होगा, जीओडी गॉड के लिए नहीं होगा, डीओजी डॉग के लिए होगा. एंड पीपल स्पेंड सो मच ऑफ टाइम, मनी, कितनी सेवा करेंगे. अर्च विग्रह भगवान की सेवा घर पे नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन कुत्ते के लिए क्या क्या करेंगे. So this is what it is. But Prabhupada is writing that it is taking one person away from the ultimate aim of life. So here we also see another important of this Shrota Vyadishu Rajendra Niram Shanti Sahasras Apashyata Matvat Griheshu Grimedidam and Nidra Riyate Aktam. The text number 3 also gives us the importance of right question. Arjun ने question किया, कृष्ण भगवान ने भगवत गीता बोला, it's beneficial for the whole humanity, whole world. Billions and billions of people are getting benefit of the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Parikshit Maharaj ne question kiya, and Sukadeva Goswami responded, and the whole people of Kali Yuga is getting the benefit of Srimad Bhagavatam. So importance of right question is also mentioned here. Scriptures and encourages us to ask questions. हमारे जो शास्त्र है ऐसा नहीं है चुपचाप मान लो अंधश्रद्धा है ऐसा नहीं. It encourages. The whole Bhagavatam is full of question answers. Bhagavad Gita question answers. We encourage question answers. तभी जब जाके question पूछेंगे doubt clear होगा. In our Bhakti Vriksha, I know Shiva Prabhu is the topmost in this mood, that he will ask questions, because if he asks questions, the speaker will speak more, and in that way we will know more. So just out of curiosity to know more, and the katha should flow, he will ask questions. So very very good quality. A sincere question is not interruption, but it is contribution to the class. A sincere question is not interruption, but it is contribution to the scriptural study. Okay. All right. We will stop here at number 3. Anshul Prabhu, I think you raised a hand.
Yes, Prabhuji. On that note, Prabhu, I've got a question, which may be a stupid question, but Prabhu मेरे को आंसर नहीं समझ आ रहा इसका. तो कैंटो 1 का नाम क्रिएशन क्यों रखा है प्रभु जी? उसमें कुछ क्रिएशन का तो बताया नहीं, यूनिवर्स के क्रिएशन का.
Yeah, Canto 1, if you see the Janmasi Yasya Sada, that verse is there, na? That Krishna is the source of all creation. And this one is, what is that? Secondary, no, post-creation, hai na, uska naam? What is
Canto.
this?
Cosmic
Cosmic manifestation. So because of that word, Janmasi Yasya Sada, that how Krishna is the source of all creation. And that Canto 1 also creates the foundation for everything else. And that's why it is classified as creation. I was also thinking about that. When I heard this title of Cosmic Manifestation, I researched a few places that why it is called creation. Creation to baad mein aata hai. But because of that one particular word, Janmasi Yasya Sada, that's why it's picking up that creation. Okay?
Thank you.
I'll give you some exercise. हम भी हमारी life में, all of us, we also do sleeping, we are also earning money, we are also maintaining family, we are also solving problems of our life. हम भी planning करते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं. Here it is said, जो श्लोका नंबर 3 में बताया गया है, वो सब we also do maintaining family, sleeping and everything. But we can ask questions to ourselves, and self-reflection activity. This one is in the middle of this, doing all this activity, sote bhi, khate bhi, earning money, maintaining family. By doing all this, am I becoming more Krishna conscious, or am I becoming materialistic, busy person? We can ask ourselves, ये सब करते करते भी क्या हम भक्ति में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं या भौतिकता में फंस रहे हैं? We can ask ourselves. Bhagavatam is not saying that don't sleep, don't work, don't take care of family member. Bhagavatam ऐसा कभी नहीं बोलता. Bhagavatam is speaking that is my activity of earning, sleeping, maintaining family members, all the activities I do, is that helping me to remember Krishna, or is it taking me towards forgetting Krishna? वो मुझे कृष्णा के पास ले जाते हैं कि कृष्णा के भूलने में मदद करती है हमारी एक्टिविटीज. एंड दैट वी कैन थिंक ऑफ आवर ओन सेल्फ, ऑल द एक्टिविटीज वी डू, एंड द आंसर विल बी वेरी eye opening for us. If it's helping, that's very good. If it's taking, then we have to take care that how can we earn, sleep, maintain family, do everything, but still go closer to Krishna. Okay. All right, anyone else? We'll start from number 4 tomorrow.
Prabhuji,
can I
I
ask?
just had a sorry.
Sorry, Prabhuji, you go first.
Yeah, I just had a general question, Prabhuji. All these shastras, we Bhagavad Gita, we have got these numbers, chapter number and sloka number. Bhagavatam also, canto 1, canto 2, canto 3, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Because it was just spoken continuously. Who did Vedavas actually number these and put them in chapters, or was it some other rishis who did this work? I just always wonder, not generally.
I don't know, to be honest. But what I know is Prabhupada always refers to the numbers. That means it has been done long time back. Numbers के साथ बात हो रहा है. Any quotes, any Padma Puran also when he mentions, Garud Puran he mentions, वो number के साथ बात हो रहा है. So I am sure when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, he didn't say by chapter number 1 starts. He didn't say that. But at exactly which point the numbering system started, I don't know. You can find
Okay.
out and please let us know.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Another thing I wanted to mention was this sloka 2.1.2. This is very similar to the Bhagavad Gita sloka we studied. The Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Eke Kuru Nandan Bhosakha Hinantasya Vyavasaya Buddhyo Vyavasayinam. So just notice that, Prabhuji. So
Very good. This is the best scriptural study. When you link Gita and Bhagavatam, you link one lesson to the sloka of the other scriptures. And that is the best scriptural study. When you can link a sloka or the meaning from one particular context to another one. See, here Bhagavatam doesn't begin from second canto. Bhagavatam begins from first canto. जैसे Bhagavad Gita है, the first verse in Bhagavad Gita is Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Bhagavad Gita doesn't begin when Krishna starts speaking. Bhagavad Gita begins with Dhritarashtra's question or Arjuna's question everywhere. So in the same way, Bhagavatam begins from the first canto. Ved Vyas के जो 3 pranam mantra, invocation mantra है, the first 3 verses of the first. That's when Bhagavatam begins. One more person was speaking.
Okay, Vibhuti Mataji, sorry.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, it's okay. I can ask you personally as well. That's fine.
Okay, no problem.
My question was that, the activity that you shared, Prabhuji, usually, yes, it does link us to Krishna, but then we are not able to still prioritize Krishna. And that's the issue, Prabhuji. We are not. So even when we do some activities which takes us closer to Krishna in our day-to-day life, but we are still not able to prioritize. Like, say for example, if there is festival and there is some kids, something like for school or something, or with their class or their presentation or something, automatically we prioritize that. Is that the correct thing to do, Prabhuji, or no?
All right. आपका आंसर हम कल देंगे. There are Vaishnavas and there are Vaishnava Praya. Praya and Vaishnava Praya and Vaishnava, there are 2 different categories of devotees. We will discuss it tomorrow right in the beginning, and then we will start from the text number 4. One is devotee, one is trying to be devotee. उसके बारे में चर्चा करेंगे. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna,
Hare
everyone.
Krishna, everyone. Thank you
Hare
so
Krishna,
much.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you for your time and efforts.
Krishna, everyone.